Alright. Let's do a little bit of a stream. Greetings and welcome to the Leatherworkers Guild. Here we produce the finest leather goods secure to honor the lives of the sacrifice for their creation. Our leather armor is worn by archers and lancers of the great nation, favored by all who prefer their protection does not come at some cost to mobility. If you wish to place an order, I bid you visit Fin-Il Fineries. If on the other hand you mind to join our guild, I should be happy to assist you. Might be you'd be interested in becoming a leatherworker. Yes, please. Nothing would make me happier than to welcome a new initiate into our ranks. However, it is essential that you first understand the burden every leatherworker must bear. As you cannot fail to notice, the Twelves Wood is blessed with an abundance of life, and we Gridanians have long hunted the forest creatures for both nourishment and clothing. But Gridania is unlike any other place. The elementals that watch over the Twelves Wood have never looked kindly for the taking of life. Those who flaunt their governance do so at their own peril. The elementals decree that life will not be taken without due necessity, and so the Trappers' League was formed to regulate the hunting of animals. The Leatherworkers Guild has subsequently founded to manage the fair and equitable distribution of pelts. Nowadays, adventurers are a major supplier of pelts, and leather goods have now become widespread, but in times past they were rare and precious. The Leatherworkers Guild has not forgotten those times, so we treat leather with no less respect than the living creatures whence it comes, and craft goods with the highest quality. In so doing, we honor the lives lost and minimize the need for further killing, an oft-forgotten benefit of our products' surpassing durability. Our guild is the sole proprietor of the famous Fin-Il brand of leather goods, the pride of Gridania. These products represent the ultimate expression of core tenets of the transcendent technique which shaped them. Know, though, that being a guild member does not automatically make you a Fin-Il artisan. You must earn the right to become one. For amongst the leatherworkers here, having the fruit of their labors bear the Fin-Il brand is yet a distant dream. That is the life of which awaits you, should you walk our path. Success will not be handed to you, but I guarantee you will have the opportunity to seize it. If you wish to make a name for yourself and craft goods which are the envy of all, you have come to the right place. Speak with me once more when you wish to learn more about the enrollment process. Okay, so the reason I'm doing this real quick is I still have to work on the reputation for the Ixal. However, I already have Carpenter to 50, so I'm going to start up another one of these classes real quick. Have you decided to join the Leatherworkers Guild? I have. Very well, I invite you to speak with Guildmaster Giva. She is a brilliant artisan, personally responsible for the creation of countless Yin-Il products. You have doubtless heard her name before. The Guildmaster's patterns are uniformly elegant, and with them, even novice craftsmen can cut their materials with minimum waste. It is for her to decide if you are fit to join us. She can be found in the work area within. Present yourself to her, and do not waver in your determination. Alright, so let's head over here real quick. Go ahead and grab that. So you wish to become a leatherworker. If you've spoken with Randall, then you must know what it means to work with leather, the weight you must carry, the responsibility you must bear. Not just with the elementals, mind you, but also to the guild. Our craftsmanship is unrivaled, and each member is expected to live up to that reputation. Once you've joined, there is no turning back. If you dishonor us, I shall flay you myself and make a chocobo saddle from your hide. Will you swear to uphold our traditions and be the best leatherworker you can be? Yes. Very well. You may learn our craft within these walls, though you seem ill-equipped to do even that. I'll grant you a head knife and help you on your way, but the rest is up to you. Do not presume that your association with us means your work will bear the Yin-Il name. Until you prove yourself worthy, you will not permit it to do so much as touch a Fin-Il product, much less craft one. Now then, if you wish to continue with your initiation, we will need to put that knife in your hand first. Talk to me when you're ready to begin.
Yeah, chill.
Okay, so we're going to start up a new one. Put this on. So now we're a leatherworker. Well, you've passed the first test, gripping your knife by the handle and not the pointy end. Now it's time to see how well you can wield it. Make me a circle of leather. You'll need an animal skin to do so. Newcomers to our craft often imagine they need to hunt in order to obtain the materials, but if you have the sense the gods give it chocobos ours, you'd realize that's hardly the case. Ogsgith over by the receptionist sells most of the items commonly used in our craft, however, she cannot supply you with earth shards. And that's it for my advice. The rest is up to you. Once you've made the circle of leather, bring it here to be inspected. Can't say I have great expectations of your work. Just see to it that you do not waste good skins. Now away with you. Just gotta make one circle of leather, which isn't that hard. But how many animal skins do I need? Actually, I already have it.
Already murdered it.
Is the leather ready yet? You finished. Bring it here to be inspected. See, Ogoth is if you lack the necessary supplies, which we already have. There you go. Have fun. Ah, this is indeed leather, after a fashion. Your work is amateurish in the extreme. The leather is unevenly tanned and practically unusable. But you show promise. Well, about as much promise as the leather you haphazardly crafted.
Who hurt you?
Still, it is apparent that you paid due respect to the life of which it came. Had you performed any worse, I'd have cast you out without a second thought, but you didn't, so I won't. Approach each task in earnest, and you did as you did today, and I will continue to advise you. However, you alone are responsible for your development. This is a business we're running, and neither I nor your seniors have time to hold your hand. Apply yourself to learning our techniques and return here when you have acquired some skill. Perhaps then I will have an errand for you to run. Yeah, she's a little angry.
I've been here for like 2 minutes since your stuff's amateur, I guess.
Okay, so now let's go over to North Shroud real quick. So which is the one? I think it's you, right? You have the level ones? Okay, that's easy enough. Just come down here. Okay, so I think they're... Unfortunately, I can't do them all in the same area. That's fine. Let's go ahead and go over to Leatherworker, grab that. There we go. So drop these off real quick. There you go. I might be able to do these ones next. I'm not sure. We give it a try, though. Okay, let's head over this bridge real quick. Actually, give you some Geisho greens because you're about to run out. There you go. So that's good. See if we can actually make... Actually, you know what? I'll just teleport over there. We'll see if we can make these things. If we can't, we'll just do the class quest. And that should give us what we need to make these items. And then, as soon as that's done, we're going to do Hildebrand for a bit. Get that knocked out. Ooh, how do we do this? That's the problem. Okay, so I pulled that off. That was close. Let's go turn this in real quick. Alright, so now let's go back to Gridania. Getting used to that knife I gave you. Gods know it doesn't happen very often, but you've chanced to find me unoccupied. Hope you show me what you've learned. Let's see you make 3 leather chokers. After all, there's more to our craft than simply tanning hides, and chokers are about the simplest things one can make. You need circles of leather and animal sinew to accomplish the task. Oxford can provide the sinew, and I'm sure you'll recall the method of creating leather. Hope your technique has improved since last time. And while we have an ample stock of skins, there are plenty other means of procuring your materials. Hunting for your own pelts, for instance. I know what I said about before, but that was assuming it was necessary. Choosing to do so is another matter. Indeed, it may teach you to appreciate the source of our livelihood. All other workers are wont to choose this method. You are an adventurer, are you not? When you have finished your work, bring your chokers here for inspection. Okay, so what do I need for a leather choker? Leather choker is just leather. So if I need 3, I need to get sinew and pretty sure I have the animal skin, so we'll just go ahead and crafting log, leather. You finished your work then? Yes, I did. Here you go. You can have all that. Suppose there's no denying that these are leather chokers. Truth be told, the Opo Opo could have achieved similar results, giving skins sinew and time. Oh, I don't mean to make light of your efforts. You fulfilled the order precisely as requested. Job well done. Now then, I will teach you something to cement your learning. Through physical training, the body can be made strong and resilient to injury. Not so the throat, whichever remains a vulnerable point.
She got a whole ass mannequin just for that choker.
Although a leather choker provides less protection than a metal gorget, its simple design makes it ideal for everyday applications. Its simplicity also makes it an ideal choice for beginners practicing basic techniques and for guildmasters assessing their progress. As you are, you would make a passable leatherworker, one among the nameless multitudes who scrape a living out there. Whether you rise to becoming something more that is contingent upon your efforts. Consider this amateur awe an award for your efforts. You'll find an indispensable partner to the head knife as you continue your training. Now I must return to my work. If you chance to find me unoccupied again, perhaps I'll teach you something else. Till then, keep your nose to the grindstone. Pretty sure I already have everything that outpasses that. Yeah, sure. Okay, so let's see. What else do we got? How are your techniques coming along? If you honestly think you've improved, then I have a new task for you. For that, let me ask, are you familiar with the Fen-Il brand, are you not? Yeah. But of course, how silly of me. Even an adventurer hailing from distant lands should know the most famous brand of leather goods in Eorza. Anyway, all goods sold under the distinguished Fen-Il name is crafted by none other than our leatherworkers. We've been asked to fill an especially large order on short notice, so our stores of hard leather are nearly depleted. I was considering how best to handle this situation when you arrived. I'm sure you see where this is going. We need 12 circles of hard leather as fast as you can make it quickly. Now go. Okay. Before I do anything else, let's go ahead and just put that on there. That makes me a little bit better. For hard leather, I need to do... where are we looking? Hard leather is over here, maybe? Hard leather. It's just animal hides. So I need to make 11... We're just gonna let that auto-synthesize for a bit, why don't we? Hopefully it doesn't fail. No reason to do the work ourselves.
Your little guy helping?
Of course.
Helping?
Wait, am I gonna make enough? I'm not, because I had high quality one of them. Oh, that's so dumb. Stop being so good, game. I wanted you to fail. Please tell me you've brought the hard leather. No, we don't want that. We want this one. Well, well. These are better than I expected. It's more difficult to boil leather than to tan it, but the process results in a stronger, more durable product. These properties make hard leather the material of choice for those who prefer stouter armor. The fruits of your labor shall serve the guild well, as training materials for the new initiates. You seem troubled. Surely you do not imagine that your leather would be used in the construction of Yen Il goods. Oh, gods no. Only our elite leather workers, handpicked by me, are permitted to make wares that bear the Yen Il name. While we had enough hard leather to complete the Fin Il commission, some of the materials used, despite being excellent quality, were originally intended to be distributed as practice materials. As such, the initiate's supply ran dangerously low.
Isn't the world about to end or something?
Yeah, of course it is.
Oh, okay.
Come now, there's no call for to be disheartened. Do you not see that in furnishing the beginners with supplies, you have proven that you are no longer a beginner? You have given them that which they could not make themselves. When you first arrived, I never would have entrusted you with such a task. Make no one's mistake, you are improving. Why, at this rate, my great-great-grandchildren may yet commission you to make a shoe sole, or even two. Speaking of commissions, I think you've proven yourself sufficiently skilled to handle orders without my supervision. Go and see Gotrent in the Carolyn Canopy if you're interested in taking on a few guild leaves. You have earned much-needed experience and earned yourself some coin besides. But enough chatter. Come and see me again when you further refined your technique. Oh, if you make it during my lifeline, I dare say you'll find me in a more talkative mood. I don't think it really matters. We kind of already have. All right, so. What else can we do now? So that's all done for now. Exo will be able to upgrade next day. So we're good on that. Let's go over to our bard. Pretty sure I already did my daily for today. Yeah, I'm good on that. So we're good on that. Let's do. Where are you? Costa del. No, that wasn't Costa. That wasn't Costa del Sol. I need to go to Costa del. So we have an investigation to continue. What were you saying about the world being in danger? Where are you at? Where you at? No, it's not there. Yeah, no, it's here. The business of the patrol. Oh. Ah, there you are, friend, and not a moment too soon, for I was about to commence my investigation in earnest. Tell me, did you and your Inspector Baradin at Avenue of Inquiry bear fruit? Morgant Yatiro Nolto and the Stuart Levenhart, how do you say? Does not surprise me. Yes, I consider them all exceptionally suspicious from the start. With the lab maiden in danger, we cannot afford a moment's delay. I, Hildebrand, shall have our thief in shackles before the inspectors return. Fear not, friend. The inspectors shall be none the wiser. If he had hoped to nab the fiend for himself, he should not have simplified the task for me so. Ah, there is one of our suspects standing suspiciously under the canopy over there. Just you wait, friend. I shall rip the mask off your face and reveal you for the rogue that you are. Whoops. Almost knocked my food all over myself. Stand back, friend. The man we pursue is a criminal mastermind. A mere slip of the tongue could put our case, nay, our very lives in danger. But have no fear, Miss Ellie. Ready your quill, as you might record my every word as I employ the time-honored art of parley, handed down from the Manderville men of ages past to reveal our foe. I can think of a few topics that would interest my readers less than your blathering. Just catch the thief so I can have my story, would you? Don't worry, Inspector. I brought my quill and journal too. Your adoring fans won't miss a word. Capital. This is why you are my favorite assistant, Nashu. Now behold as I ensnare our prey with a web of words leading to his inevitable demise. Good evening, Master Gugurumu. And a fine evening it must be for you most of all. Allow me to offer my heartfelt congratulations to your betrothal to the enchanting Miss Arabella. What is this nonsense? Arabella's my daughter, you... Just who in the seven hills are you anyway? Guards! Guards! Now hold your chocobos, Gugurumu. I recognize the lad. This is Hildebrand, agent of inquiry and inspector extraordinaire. Come to save the lovely lass from the clutches of the phantom thief, are you? I reckon we owe this man our gratitude. Eh, Vans? The phantom thief. Balderdash and rot, if you ask me. That said, my betrothal must be quite the beauty indeed to have rumors told about her. Perhaps she's worthy of me after all. Exudes an unusual degree of confidence for such an effeminate, fashion-challenged youth. Most suspicious. He's a damn sight easier on the eyes than you. That's my Vins. Ever calm on the face of danger. Truly is my father's son. Truly is his father's son. A worthy heir to the Bulgare consortium and a worthy match for our daughter, I must say. Yes, I foresee many years of prosperity for our families, or family, I should say. Which reminds me, Master Vance, Arabella asked me to convey her gratitude for the golden clasp which you sent some months ago. It has not left her neck since the day. Oh, that little trinket. 'Twas nothing. Tell your daughter the greatest treasures in the realm will be hers once we are wed. The time-honored Manderville art of parley. We'll be sleeping with the fishes now that Margaret has not, Had Margaret not spoke on your behalf. That said nothing about the interactions between the three struck me as particularly unnatural. Let's not rush to conclusions, Miss Ellie. A gentleman fancies a more methodical approach, as everything is proceeding according to my master plan. So I'm supposed to be taking this down, isn't it? Everything is proceeding to my master plan. I sought only to earn the trust of the families before confronting Yelta Nulta and Lewinhart, who has aroused my suspicions from the start. Come, we have a thief to apprehend. Why the fuck are people weird? Can you not? I'm not seeing your faces around here. With the East Aldernon Trading Company, are we? Yes, good sir. Thank you very much with them. Some might even say we are the East Aldernon Trading Company. Oh, pleasure to meet you. Do tell. Is the Lapis Maiden as lovely as they say? Sainana here is no slouch herself. But like me, she's getting on in years. No offense intended, my dear. Oh, Jesus. Excuse me. Oh, but where are my manners? Yelta Nulta of the Bulgarian Consortium. This is me wife, Shinana. I look forward to the many profitable dealings with you and yours in the moons and years to come. I dare say the wedding and the joining together of our family businesses couldn't be happening at a better time, with all manners of fell beasts and beastmen taking aims at our wares. Why, just the other day, a shipment of imported foodstuffs was waylaid by the Madragoras. Nasty buggers, a lot of them. If I were 20 years younger, I'd dice them up myself and make a salad out of... You've never heard of the Madragoras, have you? But of course, I spent a year... Oh, jeez! Excuse me.
What are you doing?
Dying over here. Oh. But of course, I once spent a year honing mind and body with the fists of Ralgar. My fellow monks and I chant several 100,000 mantras once a day. And your food stores are occasionally raided by a ruthless band of rogue vegetables known as Mandragoras, yes? Would it kill you to read the Mithril Eye and educate yourself from time to time? fearsome lot they are. Rumor has it that they've not rested until every fruit and vegetable harvested for consumption has been freed from captivity, where they struck at their larder here just a few days ago. Our supplies were decimated. Fear not, my lady. I was able to arrange an emergency shipment to replace the stolen produce. It arrived safely some time ago. Settle down, Sainana. Forgive my wife. She's always saying how meat is bad for her figure. And with that, I shall go prepare my speech. Carry on, lads. Cry me, none of these three are suspicious in the least. But let's not give up hope. Let's see how many faces have the last laugh. Where there's a will, a gentleman shall find a way. Come, Nashu, we must move quickly, or the Lapis maiden will not be the only one to come to harm. You speak so fast, Inspector. The sign of a quick mind, I'm sure. And where was I? Give up hope. He of many faces will laugh last. The Lapis maiden shall not be the only one to come to harm. I'm not sure that captures the Inspector's intended meaning. But this is no time for us to be standing around. Inspector Burden will be back any moment now, and he's not the type to suffer excuses. Quite so, Miss Ellie. Fortunately, I have a plan. Let's investigate the foodstuffs that Master Leuwenhart spoke. Should we find any contradictions in his testimony, we shall consider the man a prime suspect. Inspector Burden will be back before long. Come, Nashu, there's no time to delay. Alright. If you could stop dying, that'd be great. Where am I going for this? Down here for some reason. Got it. Crates of assorted foodstuffs and a veritable host of luscious-looking coconuts. Appears our man Leuwenhart spoke true? Ye gads. Are these explosives I spy concealed amongst these coconuts? Perhaps I spoke in haste. It would appear that we have found our phantom thief after all. Oh, those are mine, Inspector. I was looking for a place to set them down, you see, and those coconuts were seeming awfully lonely. Nashu, far from me to cast doubt upon your choice of hobbies, but what in the name of the 12 would possess you to bring your creations to an investigation? Well, they were so helpful in jogging your memory that one time. I just thought, does this mean you won't be needing the pieces of driftwood either? Your enthusiasm is quite admirable, Nashu, but in the event, I fear it's somewhat misdirected. Now set the driftwood down over there and concentrate on finding your notes like an astute assistant you are. I say, we are most fortunate that confounding Inspector Brereton is otherwise occupied at the moment. Were he to chance upon the scene, he would veritably explode in rage. Let us dispose of these before an urgent ember sends us all to a fiery demise. Confounding Inspector Brereton, explode a fiery demise. Got it. Are you sure about that? Uh-oh. Don't look now, but someone has returned at the absolute worst possible time. You two were supposed to be keeping an eye on the suspect and staying out of trouble, yes? The Inspector will have a fit when he sees you here. But Miss Ellie, should Inspector Brereton come upon these explosives, the consequences will be even more dire. Lyons and I will see the Inspector keeps a wide berth to this beach. You two just get out of here and be quick about it. Quick thinking, Miss Ellie. Come, Nashu. We shall return to your creations once Inspector Brereton has been led safely from the scene. Inspector call us, and instead investigation calls us, and we may heed its cry. See what he has to say. So Hildebrand has managed thus far not to destroy anything. Hear me somewhat almost resembling impressed. Indeed, but enough about Hildebrand. Lyons and I have been waiting to hear your latest theories. We should go somewhere quiet and... An excellent idea, Miss Ellie. Yes, that spot over there by the crates should suffice. There of all places. But surely we can find somewhere more scenic? I'm not here on vacation. I'm here to solve a case Besides, we can't afford to have our conversation overheard. That junk-littered beach should afford us some welcome privacy. Yes, Inspector. Privacy indeed. Bloody hells. Don't worry, Lance. I'll figure out some way to lead him clear the bombs. Is it just me, or is it a bit of a chill in the air? Perhaps we should go someplace warm. I, for one, welcome a respite from the sweltering heat. Besides, this will not take long. If you insist, Inspector. Though the questioning of the brass blade attacked by our query, I've identified 3 individuals most likely to be our thief in disguise. To wit, Morgrant, Yeltonalto, and Lowenhart. The 3 shall split up, and each of us keeping watch over. Are you 2 listening? Of course we are. Beg pardon, Inspector. You look unwell, Miss Ellie. Perhaps you are right. I too feel a chill wind blowing in. Perhaps we continue our conversation elsewhere. But there is no need. Wait here and I shall build us a fire. Methinks the inspector has taken his leave of his sense. The chance of locating suitable kindling on these barren shores is infinitesimal. Here we are. A piece of driftwood should serve perfectly. As fortune would have it, I just happen to have some flintstone on my person. There's no cause for alarm. 'Tis not blood that courses through the inspector's veins, but ice. I cannot fathom a series of events that would lead such a calm and composed individual to lose his firm grip on that fiery torch. Remarkable insight, Inspector. I shall record these words for posterity. It's flying.
I don't know what's going to happen.
What do we have here? Everything is proceeding according to my master plan. Could this be another challenge from the fiend? Surely you ingest, Inspector. It looks like nothing like his usual cards, see? Doubtless is some idly ravelings of some madman. Perhaps so, but we must exercise due caution. Oh, there's 2 more of these pages. Give up hope. He of many faces will laugh last. Well, he of many faces will laugh last. It is not the Lapis maidens alone that shall come to harm. It's more direct than his previous challenges, but there can be no doubt as to the sender. What's this talk of another victim? The final page holds the answer, no doubt. The final page. Confounding Inspector Braden will meet a fiery demise. These quests are just like nonsense and happenstance, just setting up a huge chain of it. It's amazing. I love it. You saw to the fiend's ruse, but how? Let's just call it a reporter's intuition. Are you hurt? A flinch in my ears, and otherwise no worse for the wear. You have my gratitude. Or ringing in my ears. I can't read anymore. Jesus fucking Christ. Hildebrand Manderville, were you able to learn aught of the fiend who made this ignoble attempt on my life? I exhausted every effort, Inspector, yet I fear our query proved ever elusive. Excellent. Might have died of shock if you had. At any rate, our foe has revealed himself as no mere thief, but a madman who will resort to cold-blooded murder, and must redouble our vigilance, unless the others come to harm. Vigilance. Yes, vigilance is the order of the day. Vigilance. What in the name of the gods stalls teeth? Those vegetables cost a fortune and they're ruined. Ruined. Agent of inquiry. More like agent of inquiry and incompetence. You were to replace the supplies you had destroyed before the banquet begins. I'll see the entire lot of you rot in jail. Easy enough. We just gotta talk to the guy who procured stuff last time. It was a terrible explosion coming from the beach. Is everyone safe? Fear not. The fiend's artless attempt at my life has been thwarted. Sadly, your food supplies did not escape unscathed. Master Gigaremo bids that that the damaged ingredients be replaced with all speed. Good gods, this is no thief. This is a madman. As for replacing the ingredients, I fear that this will prove a difficult task. This crates contain imported vegetables of considerable rarity, you see. Vegetables that are in particularly short supply these days, with the mandragoras at large. If you never replace the order immediately, it would take days to arrive. The mandragoras. I've heard of that fell band. Tell me, what manner of vegetables did they steal? The rarest was an import from the Far East. I do not recall the name, but it was closely resembled the Eorzean dragon pepper, save for its color, which was a deep purple. Methinks you dost worry too much, Master Lewinhart. Our course of action is clear. We need only storm the den into these overgrown weeds and steal your precious purple dragon peppers right back. I would advise against that, Inspector. These are no ordinary mandragoras, but rather a bloodthirsty band of killers given succulent flesh. Even the brass blades of Gerbera proved unable to resist them. A formidable foe indeed. Were only there a brave soul in our midst with a want for taking on fearsome enemies without a shred of concern for his own well-being. Your eyes, friend, they speak to me. They say, yes, I shall vanquish these rogue vegetables and deliver the purloined goods back to their rightful owner. I did not volunteer for this task. I don't see why they can't do it themselves. I'm gonna go and have drinks. You are a truly godsend, adventurer. One Sodimal of the Yellow Jackets have been charged with defending the roads of the Magic-Ors. If anyone has a knowledge of the current whereabouts, it would be him. Without his ingredients, Master Gigaremo is like to cook me instead. Please, friend, you are my only hope. A gentleman would never let his comrade face danger alone. Let us away while to Limsa together. Yes, I'm sure about that.
Good morning.
I know what I say. Oh, I do have to go to Limsa. Okay, well, that's fun. should kill it.
No, I go give him pets.
Give him pets with your sword.
Uh-uh.
Right in his belly.
No, it's me.
Well, that's where all the scratch scratches needs to.
That's true.
When your regular nails aren't going to do it, you gotta use the sword.
Yeah. Yes.
If you come to the Magic Horse, I fear you are half a bell too late, as are we, blast it all. You hear the poor Mitchell tell it. No sooner had he opened his crate's hold to check on the shipment of vegetables did an onion turn on him, screeching bloody murder. Fell his own vessel in sheer terror, he did. By the time he came to his senses, it had been set sail without him. The merchant left for Aleport, hoping to recoup his losses. If you mind to go after the culprits, you might lend an ear to his sad tale. It is the thrill of the chase not invigorating, friend. The ferry docked at the fisherman's bottom will carry us to Aleport. Let's swiftly be on our way. Sure, I can just speak with the tiny trader in Aleport. Why don't you just teleport over there? Don't sneak up on me like that. That you are a feral turnip, a murderous eggplant, or something like that. Thinks I jest, do you? You'd be singing a different tune if a shot of tomato juice almost took out your eye, as it did mine. My eye. By the time I regained my wits, you had already set sail with me ship and me livelihood. I'm ruined. I'll never see another bleeding onion till the day end of my days. It'll be too soon. You hear most of it. The Madrigors are a nasty lot, right pain in the ass to farmers and provisioners the realm over. Let me tell you, friend, that ain't the least of it. Freeing their fellow fawns of their larders and tables is the beginning. The bulbous blackguards have a far grander scheme. Revolution. Madness, you say. Take a ferry to the Isles of Umbra and see with your own eyes. A veritable vegetable kingdom where eggplants and turnips rule with an iron fist. This muscle-bound fellow with the dim expression. I could have sworn I've seen his face somewhere before. Bugger me, if it ain't the undead overlord which fancies himself a gentleman inspector. Which would make you, I could it be, an adventurer who bested the thieving duelist in single combat? Are you the one who bested the duelist? Yes. Bugger me and call me inspector. Tell me, is it true the duelist traveled the demon bird whose crow could split the heavens? But that is neither here nor there. Look, I don't know about you, but I ain't so keen on the notions of calling a bloody tomato her grace. It's exactly the fate we're in for if we don't nip this revolution in the bud. I mean that literally. As we speak, the Madrigors are planning themselves a whole army of their own kind at the Isles of Umbra. You'd be doing the whole realm a favor if you could go there and unbrute them before the harvest comes. Many a case have I solved in my day, but I've not matched wits with sentient plant life before. It should prove quite exhilarating. To the Isles of Umbra. I believe I have to speak to one of these guys. You, I believe. Wait, what? Yeah, I know I need to play that more.
Oh no, you know how I know there's a dragon around? Buckets are defiant gravity. It's Jiggleag's dragon. Sheargrass dragon. Great.
Baseball's rabbits.
Was it?
Dark helmet.
Oh,
It's a little hermit crab in a helmet.
he's cute. He wants pets. Oh, he's so cute.
Friend, my pursuit of the Magigors had led me beneath the surface. Yes, they must be down here. Somewhere. Okay, so this is a bait. Okay. Kind of. What are we doing? Oh, here we are. I'm actually not sure if there's one I have to go for first. Probably the queen, because the queen might be a healer. We can do without the additional ads, please. That'd be great. Just taking no damage. Okay, Queen's dead. I guess we'll go for the king next. Actually, Jester might be good. Okay, no, he's invulnerable. This invulnerable stuff is fucking annoying. He's running away, which is the Tomato King. Okay, one more down. He's running. Okay. And now we're down to the knight. Okay, that was nice and easy. you return. You might end up a tasty snack for some crazy heads of cabbage. The stolen foodstuffs. You saved my hide today. Well, I must see if those purple dragon peppers are intact. Master Gigarimu is quite particular about his seasonings. Can I come too? I've never seen a purple dragon pepper before. That wild vegetable chase was a pleasant diversion, but it is time we return to the case. There must be some clue that yet eludes us. Ah, the peppers have changed color. What's this? Peppers that possess the same powers of disguise as our many-faced foe. The gentleman must needs investigate. A striking shade of blue, quite far from the purple that Messer Lowenhart described. Perhaps we recovered the wrong crate? But look here, Inspector. The crate is clearly marked for Costa del Sol. How curious. Did I say purple? I meant a purplish blue or bluish purple. The two colors are really quite similar when you think about it. These peppers have a most distinctive hue. No man could reasonably mistake it for any shade of purple. Unless, of course, he was wearing a very particular sort of eyewear at the time. The charade is up. Chase after that man. As I suspected all along, the goggles have proved the key to cracking the case. With speed, Nashu. The fiend will be brought to justice. You could run, but you cannot. If you thought you could outsprint this Manderville man, you were sorely mistaken. For pilfering a priceless blade, threatening a maiden's virtue, and untold crimes against the law-abiding citizens of Eorzea, I hail the brand agent of inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, hereby place you under arrest. Done in by a snipper, fitting in for an ignoble thief. See what lies behind the mask. Where am I? Who are you? Playing the fool will avail you not. I suggest you come willingly. The gentleman is not given to violence, but should you attempt to resist, I disavow responsibility for any shattered skulls and broken bones. Wait, I remember now. I was on my way to meet Miss Arabella, then. Miss Arabella. I must find her at once. Oh, my head. It seems this man wears no mask. This is the true Lowenhart. I swear on my life that it is so. I was en route to the estate in Wineport when one of the brass blades on patrol approached me. We exchanged greetings, and when the next instant he turned on me. I fought desperately to defend myself, even managed to drive a kitchen knife into the man's right hand. In the end, though, he proved too strong for me. Now that you mention it, the imposter was wearing gloves. I knew there was something suspicious about him. Then there is still time before the banquet begins. Knowing our query, he has doubtlessly already assumed a new identity. And yet, we cannot foresee this turn of events. It is unlikely that he has time to thoroughly research his new target. Most importantly, We now know that the thief suffered a wound to his right hand. We simply return to Costa del Sol and examine the hands of all present. An excellent plan, Inspector. While you do so, we shall accompany Lewin back to the estate, that we might assure Miss Arabella's safety. These fucking plants are still alive. I have found you, my little ones. Let me guess. You seethed with anger at those who took what was yours. Then would it appear our goals are in accord? Make for Costa del Sol and await my orders. When the time is right, revenge will be yours. Game is afoot, inspectors. Now, what mask shall I wear to the ball? So we need to go all the way to Wineport. Miss Arabella, what are you doing out here? You must return to your estate at once. Lowen, always the warrior. Your concern is touching, but I'm a woman grown. Besides, just wanted to see the flowers. Lovely though these flowers may be, they are unsightly weeds when measured against your beauty. I'm Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire. Please call me Hildy. Give me 1 second. Okay, the pleasure is mine, my lord. Much that I have heard of your deeds, tell me, are these rumors of the many-faced thieves true? I fear they are, Miss Arabella, but still your gentle heart, for as long as a Hildebrand is on the case, the friend shall not lay a twisted finger upon you. This I swear on the Manderville name. The gods smile on me indeed, to have such a strong and handsome gentleman as my champion, and yet... You seem pensive, milady. Is something the matter? To tell the truth, the marriage has been arranged against my wishes. I do not love Vans. Why, I have not even met him. He sent me a clasp of a betrothal gift, a treasure for my treasure, wear it always, the messenger said. Do not care how beautiful it is, it might as well be a golden shackle. Miss Arabella, you must not say such things. Arranged marriage to a youth that you have not yet met. Unconsolable. Father says the marriage must happen, for it is the future of the family trade. Spoken like a true Alden, but if I may be bold, milady, would I be correct in assuming that you and your father are not related by blood? Quite so. Father found me amongst the You're telling me a Lalafell didn't have a human...
No, I want to hear about it.
Quite so. My father found me against the beggars of Pearl Lane when I was just a babe. He took me in and raised me as his own. He took Owen as what as well, that was a servant rather than a son. You may think father a cold and misery man, but to me he is the man who gave warmth and hope when I had none. I will learn to love Vans, even if that will make father happy. You cannot be mysterious, Miss Arabella. Such a beautiful young woman with your whole life ahead of you. Surely you will not want to have to look far to find a gentleman for whom you would rather spend the rest of your days. If I have to spend another hour with you, I'd like to lose my wits. But anyway, we should return to Costa del Sol and see how the inspector's investigation fares. I as well must prepare for the banquet. Farewell, friends. Not a moment to lose, friend. The time of our final confrontation with the Fiend is nigh. Our foe has doubtlessly assumed a new identity, but have no fear. Upon your return to Costa del Sol, I shall employ the time-tested Manderville art of parley to cut through the Fiend's flimsy facade. 'Tis an art I would impart to you as well, friend, though there will be time enough for that once our foe is in shackles and Miss Arabella is safe. No doubt it shall prove as invaluable in your adventures as it has in my investigations, or failing that, it should serve to entertain you when you have nothing better to do. But I digress. The gentleman must await at Costa del Sol. The fair maiden's life hangs in balance. Must you, Miss Ellie, with me? I think this is probably the last quest for this section of Hildebrand, and then we go to the Colosseum. Then I think it's just a wrap-up, so... We'll see if we can't get it done tonight. Inspector Brereton, I have seen to the maiden's safety. Miss Arabella will be along soon. How far is your investigation? I've canvassed the grounds, and none of the guests are concealing their hands. How can this be? The thief must be somewhere. Miss Arabella just left the estate, I hear. I suppose we'll find out soon enough if her beauty is truly a match for our own. There's no time. Without the thief in custody, we cannot risk allowing Miss Arabella to take the stage. But Inspector, Bain said it and his family will not take kindly to his betrothed's absence. Think nothing of the concern. Besides, doubtless the Inspector here will think of something. Me, what do you propose? You're an expert at creating diversions. Can't you knock something over, blow something up, or the like? You know, like you always do? Inspector Brereton, I knew the day would come that you would recognize my many talents. Worry not about Master Vans. Yes, for the sake of the maiden, a gentleman will do what needs to be done. Poor Slops lacks even the wits to know when he's being insulted. Now the task at hand, we must find a way to conceal Miss Arabella's true identity. Now, far from here are the servants' quarters. There should be a change of clothes laying about. Perfect, Lyons. Find some suitably ordinary garb and deliver it to Miss Arabella outside the gates, and I shall proceed with the investigation. Alright, easy enough. We just gotta go get some clothes. Has the Lapis Maiden arrived yet? I simply must look upon her beauty for myself. Servant's garb, you say. Much prefer what you're wearing, but we certainly have enough rags to go around. Here you go. Do with them as you will. Okay, so it's... Oh, she's right here. Greetings, friend. What is it you have for me? Servant's garb, but why? Miss Arabella, when the thief is still at large, the risk of letting you be seen is too great. Change to these clothes and promise that you will not leave my sight. But the ceremony, Father will be furious, and Lord Vons. We are dealing with a man who tried to blast me to the heavens and almost succeeded. We cannot exercise enough caution. For the ceremony, I shall have entrusted the matter to a certain gentleman. You need only concern yourself with your own safety. We will do as the inspector says, Miss Arabella. Your life is more important than this marriage. Whatever profits Father stands to gain from it. Oh, and if Father heard you say such things, I should have said them long ago. By not doing so, I have put your life in danger. Besides, we have not one but two skilled inspectors in the case. It will be long before the fiend is brought to justice. Very well. I shall retreat to this carriage. Pray wait for me here. My apologies for the delay. What should I do with my banquet dress, Inspector? Lions, bring Miss Arabella's dress to that bumbling inspector. I do not speculate how he intends to use it for his task, but I would imagine he requires all the help he can get. Let's return before the festivities begin. Oh, you return, eh? Was any art of formulating a master plan to distract Mr. Vans at the ceremony? Is there aught I might do for you? Why, this is Miss Arabella's dress. I must admit to some confusion as to what to do with it. Worry not, I shall take it into safekeeping. And with that, I must attend to Master Vans before the ceremony begins. Worry not, my friend. I assure you that Inspector Brereton and I have the situation entirely under control. Why not find yourself a seat and enjoy the festivities? Ursus, how am I supposed to find a man with all these people milling about? Friends, family, business associates, it's an honor and pleasure to welcome you all in one and all to Costa del Sol for today's feast, co-hosted by the Bugor Consortium and the East Alderton Trading Company. We trust you've been enjoying the fine food, fine spirits, and profitable conversation. The Lapis Maiden. If ever even half the tales of her beauty are true, Vance is the luckiest bastard in the realm. Yolta Nolta, Sainana, honored guests, it is a great pleasure to announce the betrothal of my son Vans, future chair of the Bulgare Consortium, to Arabella, daughter of Master Guguremu of East Alderton Trading Company. The couple will exchange their eternal vows here today, and happiness that is theirs may usher in a new era of prosperity for one and all. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present my son's lovely bride, the Lapis Maiden, whose beauty minstrels will sing for ages to come. Damn you, Hildebred Manderville. You had one job.
Please. Please don't do it.
She's beautiful. With a rabble expecting otherwise, she is my bride after all. My lady, they say your beauty transcends even the boundaries of time. We are wed, we want for nothing. Pray give your hand unto me. My sun and stars, yes, 1,000 times yes, I am yours and shall be forevermore. What have you done with my bride, you cross-dressing deviant?
No!
That's gonna get me in trouble. I am just reading the lines in the game, Twitch. Please calm down. Oh, not quite what I intended, but I suppose it serves our purposes. Fear not, ladies and gentlemen, for Miss Arabella is safe and sound. I hail the brand agent of inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have but assumed the maiden's appearance to ensnare the vile fiend who would take aim at her life.
Got a corsage and everything. Cute.
The fiend who now lies defenselessly before me. The game is up, mans. Or should I call you by another name, the thief of many faces?
Oh, look at his pretty earrings.
Meet the thief. Are you mad? It appears that my masterful deductions have proven beyond the grasp of your mind. Very well. Allow me to elucidate. Was there not a soul in the realm who have not heard tales of Miss Arabella's beauty? There are but 2 men here in Costa del Sol who have gazed upon her lovely visage before today. Her father, Gigeremu, and her steward, Lewenhart. As you yourself admitted to multiple occasions, Master Vans, you were to have your first glimpse of your bride-to-be today. Consider in this light, would you not say your reaction upon seeing my face was most unnatural? Who else would see through my ingenious disguise? Who could know at a glance that I am not the fair maiden? None save you, ye of 1,000 faces. And anyone else with half a wits about them. How dare you make a mockery of my wedding day? Guards, arrest that pervert at once. Lock up in the jail and throw away the key. Arabella, thank the gods you're safe. Come with me quickly. There's a dangerous madman about. A glove on the right hand. Could it be? Fool of... The man is a fool, but it would have behooved you to listen to him. But alas, you did not, and what is yours is now mine. That's a thief. Stop wasting your time with that imbecile and arrest him. You've come all this way for me. You love me. You really, really love me. The attention is most flattering, but I have taken what I've come for. I must away, my lords, my ladies, till we meet again. He's still moving about up there?
Yes.
Son of a bitch. I hear that the real Vanes was found bound and gagged in the storage room. Truly, Miss Arabella, I'm sorry. For what, my lady? The banquet was more exciting than I could have hoped for. Baines and his father were furious, of course, and our marriage has been called off. But perhaps this is for the best. I find my own way to make father happy by living my life as I would live it. It is you, Miss Inspector Hildebrand, who taught me this lesson. For the love of God, somebody find him a change of clothes. But one thing still puzzled me. The thief's challenge said he would steal the Lapis Maiden's virtue, and he only took her necklace. Then she mentioned Master Gigeremu told me that when about the clasp when it was first arrived. Engraved with the mark of the Sun Goddess is one of the most treasured pieces of the Bulgare collection, known as many as the Azima's virtue. The maiden's virtue indeed. When the next challenge comes, we must take extra care to read between the lines. Poor Onion. Over here, Inspector, it says, made you look. Being plays for fools. Give me that at once.
Jeez.
When next we meet, I shall come to claim the victor's spoils. Another riddle. If nothing else, it appears the thief has abandoned any foolish notions of my assassination. Still, shall ever be on my guard. The fiend attempted murder once, may well do so again. Verily, Inspector, I must agree. One can never look too weary when dealing with a murderer. Hear me, man of 1,000 faces. You sealed your fate when you called out my name. Mark my words, when we meet again, you will be mine. Yes, it was the Phantom Thief who was to blame for that bomb. Truly, verily, indubitably the Phantom Thief. Most certainly. You've unlocked the Parley minigame and your as a Manderville man has before you by opening the toy chest in your inner room. To the victor goes a priceless treasure. While the smile of a champion holds secrets untold. Hey, Greg is back. Are 8 legs better than 2? The key to the next case is also the key to the storeroom. Make sure not to lose it. Wait, is it a real key or a figurative one? But at the same time, is that even possible? I guess we'll find out next time. Okay, so we have the toy chest. I think that's... Yeah, we already had that, I think. It's got a puzzle instead we could do. Let's speak to Ellie real quick. Lions, I was wondering when you'd show up. I've got the latest scoop on the Victor spoils that our many-faced friends has his sights on. Have you visited the Coliseum of late? There's a tourney in the works. There's looking to be a big one, the Mithril Cup, sponsored by none other than Amicia and Sons Mineral Concern. They say the Master Phaedrus will be furnishing the prize himself with a personal collection. Small wonder it's captured the attention of Mr. Sticky Fingers. You're familiar with the concern, yes? It's only the largest mining interest in the Sultanate, after all. The chairman, Master Phaedrus, sits on the syndicate and possesses such wealth that rumor has it he could buy half the realm if he chooses it. He's also renowned for being something of a martial artist enthusiast. With his position affording him little opportunity to test his own skill, he settles for living vicariously through the exploits of others, hence his sponsorship for tournaments like the Mithril Cup. My colleague Ganelon is in Uldok, covering the tournament as we speak. If we were to track him down, I bet he'd be able to give us something to get our investigation started. Yes, I'm a busy man. If you're looking for small talk, I suggest you look elsewhere. No need to be rude, Ganelon. He's a friend of mine. Now let's say you share your latest findings with us. I promise it'll make it worth your while. Ellie, if it isn't the Mithril Eye Star Reporter, come to have a laugh at Ganelon's expense before returning to pen your latest front-page feature, eh? Oh, very well. Just promise me you'll put in a good word for me with the higher-ups, okay? Let me think about this. There's strange things afoot at the Coliseum. Bugger all. It's a travesty, I tell you. Hotch, Hugh, and Hemo. What's the matter? What, pray tell, is Hutchin? The fourth of you will compete with the cup together, yes? I fear an unfortunate mishap has left Hutchin in no condition to fight. We're just on our way to convey the dire news to Dour Meadow. Mishap my ass. This was sabotage. Some bloody coward out there will stop at nothing to eliminate his competition. I swear it on me, Sublagar. Over your voices, Hotch. The head stings enough without your bloody shouting. Oh, damn it. I skipped that. You do not berate yourself so, Hemo. In victory and in defeat, the Mantravilles fight is won. We bear no responsibility for my wounds. You bear no more responsibility for my wounds than I. Anyway, I dare say I'll not be getting back into fighting Fettle by tossing about in bed, ready to chant some mantras. How about the lot of you? Hutchins, for you, I am always ready. Now that's what I like to hear. 1,000 mantras. I want each one to ring out over the Segoli. The Mantravilles? Ah, yes, Hutchin tells it they took their name from a training partner they met at the Ring of Ralgar, a man they most admired for his devotion and chiseling physique. Consider me not the least bit interested. Talks of attacks on the competitors, however. Of this I would hear more. Yes, I mentioned a strange things that was afoot, yes? With mere days left before the Mithril Cup, a staggering number of would-be combatants have withdrawn, citing a host of curious ailments and injuries. With the list of entrants shrinking by the day, the organizers have been forced to abandon the elimination format in favor of a mass melee between the few battlers remain. The Phantom Beast Challenge. Gladiators dripping like flies. This is no mere coincidence. I'll speak to the individual in charge of the event. Where might I find him? Though the concerned sponsors the tourney, the day-by-day organizational duties have been handled by a fellow by the name of Dower Meadow. He should be in his office within the Coliseum halls. I'll send word to the gateman, Yuyubaya. He owns the Mithril Eye, a favor or two. Splendid. Come, Lions. The case to crack. Beneath the eye, you say? Then by all means you are free to enter. I am Ellie, reporter of the Mithril Eye, never blinking, all-seeing. You know the deal, yes? It was me, Dower Meadow. I was hoping I could ask you a few questions about the upcoming tourney. Who am I to argue with flea publicity? And from a charming little thing like yourself, ask away, me girl. That said, between the challengers from this so-called Phantom Thief and now these bizarre attacks targeting the fighters, our tourney's already the talk of the town. Not that you'll see me complaining, providing someone's still left to fight it, that is. You're free to investigate as you wish, but you'd be smart to exercise some caution. Needless to say, recent events have everyone here a bit on edge. Why, just moments ago, one fighter almost took another's head off for insulting the color of his sublook. So we have ourselves another, These two aren't in the entry books. And our challenger unleashes a vicious right hook as the gentleman inspector was channeling his strength for his next attack. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. Inspector Brereton, as efficient as ever, I see. A true gentleman eschews violence, Inspector. You were thinking. It annoyed me. Dower Meadow, I presume. Tell me everything you can about the prizes for this tourney, and try to be brief. Was wondering when you might ask. Master Frygris has spared no expense in making the Mithril Cup the most lucrative tourney this Coliseum's ever seen. The victor will receive a true treasure of his collection, the Warden's Grace, a ring fitted with the largest sun spear you'll ever find outside of Khorne. The second and third places are nothing to sneeze at either, but I don't care how many faces you got. You get nothing to fear from this thief. The concern has hired an elite regiment of stone torches to watch over this vault day and night. Yes, just as the Brass Blades were so successful in stopping the thief last time. If you want your treasure safe, go and fetch them and bring them to me, and be quick about it. I haven't all day. I fear I can't do that, Inspector. After all, what proof do I have that you aren't the Mr. Many Faces in another one of his elaborate get-ups? No, if you want to get your hands on the spoils, you have to claim them as any would in battle. As a matter of fact, with our ranks trimmed as it is, we're actively recruiting new competitors. The more the merrier, and the more lucrative at that. Now, where did our receptionist get off to? Over here, you slimy bugger. We got some fresh blood for the melee. Give me a moment. Well, you've only got 8 arms. Or are they legs? You called? I was about to give this, the lovely Miss Ava the grand tour. Inspector Hildebrand. Look, he's purple. Astute as ever now, shoot. The color, the overabundance of appendages. I smell a case. Oh, that's just our receptionist, Othros. Don't be startled now. He's an ugly little bugger, but he's friendly enough. Whereas he is one of the many bizarre creatures born from a recent experiment with ancient incantations at the Thermitage's Guild. They were going to seal him away in a hole in the desert with the others. And when he opened his slobbering mouth and started pleading for his life, I just wanted to live in peace. I'll do anything. So the management hired him to perform odd jobs about the Coliseum.
He's kind of cute.
Yeah, you say that, but he's actually a Boston 6.
No.
He's like a reoccurring character in the series.
Oh, he looks like he'd give good hugs.
You don't want his hugs.
Aww.
You don't want his hugs. He's too much of a pervert.
No.
Am I really glad they did, I tell you. This job ain't glamorous, but sure has its perks. What a delicious morsel. I want to get my tentacles around her. See what I mean? I know not who you are or where you hail from, but I do not care. If you dare challenge me, my Tempest Blade will show you no mercy. You can forget about your case, Inspector. There's only one who will claim the victor spoils, and that is me. Oh, I just love it when she talks tough. Now, who's the chump who wanted to get a pummeling by my lovely little Avie? Though a gentleman takes far more pride in rescuing fair maidens than fighting them, I fear we have little recourse. I hail the brand agent of inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire. Shall do what must be done to. Lion's Heart will be entering the tournament on my behalf. Lion's Heart. You do look like a heart. Bugger me with a spirit to think that I'd see the day when the Warrior of Light stood in my Coliseum. Hear that clink clink clinkin'? That's the sound of gil pouring in our coffers when the public finds out the true Eorzean hero will be stepping into the ring to fight for the Mythal Cup. And I reckon your friend can tag along, too. Show her the sign. Ulti? Of lions, I suppose we have as good a chance as any, and we just need to make sure he doesn't come down with some mysterious injury. That Gladadrix? Avia, was it? Seems quite certain at her chances of victory. Suspiciously certain, I would say. I am already 10 steps ahead of you, Inspector. The Ultras fellow seemed the most knowledgeable, Miss Avalea. Now come, Nashu. The investigation is afoot. As much as that sounds like an amazingly productive line of investigation, might suggest that our first priority is to keep Lions here safe. Return to Ginelon and see what else he has to tell us about these mysterious attacks on the combatants. Very well. I shall leave the task to you. I have a lead of my own to investigate. Should you uncover any new information, I trust you will share it with me at first opportunity. Best questline in the game. Bar none. So now I gotta go in front of the Coliseum, which is just over here. You again. I've already told you that what entered the tourney, you say. Are you out of your bleeding mind? Look, I got a suspicion or two, which I'm all too happy to share with you, but in the end, you have to protect yourself, you hear? I've been asking around, and it seems that more than a few of the fighters that pulled out of the tourney were scheduled to fight a warrior by the name of Avelia. Now, I can't take any promises, but my instincts tell me the girl is bad news, but don't take it from me when you hear it from someone else who's crossed blades with her just days ago. A fellow by the name of Raging Rat had the misfortune of being matched with Avia in the preliminary round and earned himself a ripe bruising from it. As I heard he's resting up back to Pugilist Guild. Why don't you pay him a visit? Come to have a good laugh at all Raging Rat's expense, have you? Well, you're not the first, I say. Is there not a man in this entire realm with an ounce of sympathy? Greetings, good sir. How fortunate you are today that your guest is Hildebred Manderville, gentleman and inspector. If you would, please enlighten me how exactly is you are beaten to a bloody pulp by Miss Avelia. Gentlemen, my ass, why have you not a wit of delicacy? Or... Never you mind. Look, the records say I lost, but I'm into nothing of the sort. I'll show at the top of my lungs if nobody will. That girl doesn't fight fair. Tempest Blade? Some kind of foul sorcery if you ask me. Mark my words, that girl is up to no good. If she weren't so damn easy on the eyes, she'd be rotting in the jail as we speak. The girl's Ala Megan, haven't you heard? You know how it is with those refugees. Why fight with honor when you got nothing else to lose? Yes, and why not disparage an entire people in a pathetic attempt to salvage your sorry pride? That's one real piece of work, Alliance. Let's be on our way. I didn't mean no offense, miss. Just telling it like it is, as it were. Perhaps it truly is some manner of sorcery, as the fellow says. Perhaps she works with an accomplice. She didn't strike me as magic-wielding type. If I were a betting woman, I'd put the gill in the latter. Ah, Miss Ellie, the thrill of the chase has struck a chord with you as well. Yes, I can see it in the wrinkles beneath your eyes. You might very well make an inspectress out of you yet. I'll give you a good wrinkle, you insensitive boar. If what the man says is true, it is likely that her fellow Alamegans might sympathize with her plight. An accomplice would hardly be out of the question. As I see it now, two unfortunate souls, shunned by those around them, united by destiny and common desire for justice. Ample appendages swirling wildly, sending guts, wind flying every which way. Avelia and Altia, match made in the heavens. Why, were it any more obvious, I could have solved this case without leaving my home. Incredible, your powers of deduction never fail to amaze, Inspector. What is it with you and that infernal octopus? Master Ultras will still be at the Colosseum. Let's hurry before he slithers back to whencesoever he came. Yes, he is, but without, like, intelligence. Brandon, look over yonder. Behold those exquisite legs, those stylish tentacles, the unearthly undulations of his squirmy, squishy body. Yes, our friend Alti is the most fascinating creature indeed. Behold how he carefully casts his eyes the Gladrix before him. What manner of mischief is he plotting? He speaks. Yes, this is most suspicious indeed. What is this? The girl has fled in a panic. Our friend Alti appears to be discouraged. Look at the way his shoulders sag. Or they would sag if he had shoulders. Our quarry is on the move. Quickly, Nasha, we must pursue. Mr. Aldi seems to have found himself another Gladrix. What might be plotting this time? Look at those succulent legs. I reckon they taste just wonderful in a good marinara sauce. Marinara sauce. Oh, he speaks. Another girl rushes off. Whatever did he say to her? He looks so sad. Shall we douse him in lemon butter and put him out of his misery, Inspector? Whatever is he doing with these girls anyway? Call me crazy, but I think he likes them.
Are they talking about the octopus?
Yes.
Oh,
What?
I take everything back. It's not cute.
It's not cute. I told you he's a pervert.
He's not cute. I mean, maybe he just wants love, but he just doesn't know how. But...
Look, I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going. It's not love he's after.
It's horrible.
Poor misunderstood Alti. We suspect him of criminal activity when in truth he's just a gentle soul, luckless in love. Alti, can you find it in your squishy, slimy heart to forgive us? Yes, yes. Now perhaps we shall return to the investigation. If Avelia is suspicious as they say, perhaps we would follow her around a bit. Dower Meadows back at the Coliseum should be able to enlighten us as to her whereabouts. An excellent idea, Miss Ellie. But I have a better one. Let's return to the Coliseum and speak with Dower Meadow. From him we shall ascertain Miss Avelia's whereabouts, upon which we shall follow her to see if she is indeed as suspicious as they say. Come, Nashu, the investigation calls. Don't think Uncle Alti didn't see you following me. It's a big idea, huh? I'm nothing more than a stupid octopus. Or am I? Come on now. I just want what any octopus wants. A cute girl, untold riches, and admiration of millions. Can't Uncle Alti dream? Well, kids, hate to ink and run. Then again, I am an octopus.
That's not okay.
So,
No, that's not okay.
I told you not to think he's cute. I tried to warn you. Yes, what is it this time? I'm a busy man. Looking for Eva, you say? She said something about sharing a flagon with her countrymen over at the Coffer and Coffin. I reckon you could still find her there. I warn you though, if you're smart, you'll keep your distance from that one. The poor bugger Ganelon tried to interview her for an article. Thought the girl was going to rip his head clean off. I'm gonna put this. She doesn't take too kindly being asked questions about his personal nature, if you catch my drift. That said, if you're looking for some good sparring match to warm you up for the tourney, this might be the ticket. I can assure you that there will be no need for gratuitous fisticuffs, my good sir. With remarkable powers of espionage, we will ascertain all the information we need without the fiery lass ever being alerted to our presence. Let us be off. Yeah, I believe the Coffer and Coffin is over by Black Brush, so we'll just teleport over there. It's not that far away, but I'm also a lazy bastard who doesn't want to walk. Behold, the lovely Miss Avella, just as predicted. Let's keep watch from here so not to set up the girl's fine temper. How many times must I tell you, there's no cause for concern. The spoils shall be mine, and this will be written in stone. Do you realize what this means? We've suffered and suffered long, but my victory shall mark a new era, just as Ralban Alduin won a new life for himself in the Colosseum, shall win a new life for our people. The prize I shall claim will bolster the wealth of our people 1,000, no, 10,000-fold. A land in which wealth is power, we will be kicked to the gutter by the Oldens no longer. With that, I must be off to the Nanawal mines to meet my sister. Miss Ava's self-assurance is ever a sight to behold. Deduced that my own chances of felling her on the field of battle are infinitesimal. Could have told you that before you signed up. Come now, we have a suspect to pursue. Trying to steal Evia from Uncle Altu's tentacles, are you? I'm afraid that isn't going to happen. Yes, Uncle Altu's homemade explosive will see it at the end of the road for you. Does that make me a bad octopus? The distinctive smell of fire sand. Another way of handcrafted explosives, I take it, Nashu? Heavens no, Inspector. This is far too elaborate to be one of mine. Do you think whoever crafted this would be willing to give me a lesson? They're on to me. Preposterous. Could it be that Musclehead isn't as stupid as he looks? I see. In any event, I shudder to think what might happen if an unsuspected passerby chanced upon this hazardous object. Allow me to heave... Oh! We gotta watch more of that.
Yeah, we did.
I need to watch that one again.
Yeah.
No?
I said, oh, I thought you wanted my love. I mean, same difference, I guess.
That mating in the mining garb must be the sister of whom Miss Avila spoke. Let's listen a bit closer. Thought we agreed. No hard labor until the leg is healed. I swear sometimes I think you've been born solely to give your poor sister headaches. Says the girl who fought off 10 Imperials with one good arm. Perhaps someday you'll understand what your little sister can take care of herself just as well as you. Speaking of which, what news of the tourney? Worry not, Hegelina. I've given all the necessary precautions. The Warden's grace is as good as ours. In the most modest estimates value it at some 30 million gil. Do you realize what this means? Necklaces from Ashtim's sunsilk dresses, all the luxuries you could ever wanted will be yours. The poor little girls in shabby clothes, objects of pity and scorn from Ulda's upper crust. These days are over. After I claim victory, we will take our rightful place at the top of the society. Hey there, how's it going? Hope you're having a good evening. I don't know, Ivy. Wealth is all well and good, but when I see you standing tall in the Colosseum, hundreds of thousands cheering your name, I am proud. No matter how humble our birth, we will stand strong and stand together. That alone is all the wealth I could ask for. That's your problem, Hegelina. You have always been too quick to settle for less than you're worth. But worry not, for your sister is watching over you. I'll do this for us. Now I must return. God forbid one of those prying reporters overhears us. It's my Evie, unfazed by a duel to the death, yet terrified to be caught in a moment of tenderness. May the gods smile on you, sister. Be safe. A more moving display of sisterly love I have not seen, and yet I fear it has afforded us little in the way of her prospective clues. I would imagine Ava's obsession with victory runs deeper than we imagined. That said, I can't help but feel a bond with the girl. My sister and I were alone in the world too, you see. Inspector, did you hear what I just heard? Just vibing? What questline is this? This is the Hildebrand questline. Probably one of the best questlines in the entire game, in my opinion. Look, kids, Uncle Alti has had it up to here with you. You think you could just fall into this pit and die like a good little boy? Talking to you, Mr. Warrior of Light. Hear that sound? Just one step closer. Closer. Not you, you idiot. No need for concern, friends. I have simply taken the liberty of investigating this hole in the ground, and am pleased to report that there seems to be nothing out of the ordinary. Our hero. Now shall we return to Ulda? The meet the couple will be starting before long, and the last thing we will want after this is to lose our bout by forfeit. You skipped every cutscene in the game, probably why it doesn't look familiar. And this is actually a side quest. This isn't even main story. Could it be that did that musclehead dive straight into my trap to save his companions? The others seem completely unsurprised by this turn of events. Doubtless he has performed such selfless acts before. A true gentleman if I ever saw one. But if you think that means I'm going to show you mercy, you've got another thing coming. Time to bring out the big guns, kids. Wait a minute. I dug 2 pits, didn't I? Come to think of it, the second one was right about... Give me a break. So yeah, I highly recommend doing this quest line. It's called, I believe it's like, something, The Call of the Gentleman or something. And it is highly recommended not only because its story is kind of silly and crazy, but it also unlocks one of the best fights in the game, in my opinion. Let's come over here. Battle at Big Bridge. Join that real quick just so I can show it off. Why does that enemy look like one of the Digimon things for Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth? Oh, oh, yeah, I've played that game. Oh, the weird octopus tentacle things, right? Yeah, I see it. But it's actually a reference to Atmos. It's Atmos from Final Fantasy VI. How's it knock a bit more of this out while I wait for this queue. Actually, this is all the way back. Follow Hildebrand to the gates of Null, so I think he's still on this map, just over there. Actually, you know what? Let me hop on my Chocobo. Like I said, it's just one of the ones I kind of recommend out of main story. The rest of the side quests you can kind of skip, but this one, every expansion they have a quest line called the Hildebrand quests, and they're just fun. They're goofy, silly, but all in all, you get some really cool fights out of it. Yes, something the matter? You were on something of a tight schedule here, Inspector. Stand back, Miss Ellie. My well-honed inspector senses are tingling. I fear our most fearsome adversary lurking about. This time you're really up the creek without paddles, kid. Say hello to him now. My not so little friend from the Colosseum. He's large, he's in charge, and most of all, he's hungry. Where in the world is he? I ain't got all night. As I was saying, just peak silliness. My chimera. Who is that half-naked fool? Father, could it be that the aura of unmitigated murderous rage that I felt was not our query, but you? Hildy. I was merely taking a stroll in the search of inspiration and materials for my newest masterpiece in the making. And what brings you and your friends to these parts today? Just a bit of sleuth work, Father dear, and with that we must return to Ul'dah. If you've not heard, your son is set to complete for the Mytho Cup. Oh, moonlighting as a gladiator, are we? A fitting second career for a Mandeville man, if I do say so myself. That muscle-bound old man is the inspector's father? I mean to never go to one of their family reunions. Who is this inspector, anyway? Hildy is a worthy rival, if ever there was one. Who goes there? And this is why we do the Hildebrand quests. We had good old Gilgamesh. Hildy, Lions, I've been waiting for this day. Look at who we have here. You're quite an intimidating gent yourself, friend of the Inspector mayhap? I am Gilgamesh, wandering duelist. Not so much an Inspector's friend as his enemy. Well, that makes two of us. Perk up, Gullivar, because this might be our lucky day. Is there no one in this accursed realm who could remember my... Call me what you will, friend, but heed my words. Lions is a formidable foe. Sound like high praise coming from a big fellow like yourself. To have such a powerhouse as a psychic, the Inspector must be something else indeed. I don't know what brings you to do battle with those two, but I warned you. You'll end up as seafood soup if you face them alone. With that, I must be off. For reasons I do not entirely understand, I'm considered something of a fugitive in these parts. Lions, I will not fail so easily this time. Looks like I've got my legs full. All 8 of them. But if that adventure's too strong to take on alone, I'll just have to bring along a friend. A suitably tingling ring comes to mind, calling to mind the undulations of a creature of the sea. Yes, inspiration is struck. Nobody here but us octopods. Look forward to your next life as a masterpiece, friend. Alright, so we just need to go back in front of the Coliseum. Jesus, wait time's pretty bad. I was just about to withdraw from that. Good lord. Good heavens. To take on followed like that, I dare say it's taken a year off my life. Quite a crowd has assembled. It would seem the festivities are nigh about to commence. I'd hoped to uncover more of Miss Ava's secrets, but no doubt, a better place to continue my investigation on the field of battle. Good heavens, we haven't much time before the tourney begins. We must hasten back to the Colosseum and appraise ourselves of the rules of engagement. To a true gentleman, the battle is not about victory or defeat, but fighting with honor. What treachery or guile my opponent may employ, I must not and I will not lower myself to their level. God, I love this song. It's so good.
Go on, Enkidu. It's Toad, your favorite. Fine, I admit it. Fighting all Enkidu is just too much for me. Not half my life. Everything. What? I've been hurt. I feel so betrayed. Goodness gracious. I just remembered something. I must say, I'm quite enjoying these puzzles. I feel we gained an understanding. And I will pound you, silly! Aha! Rocket punch! Rocket punch! I won't go down so easily. Well then. That's enough of a beating for now.
We tried this again. I know we did that. Good heavens, we haven't much time before the okay, we already read that. To a true gentleman. Okay, read that. Okay, I literally could have just had 2 more seconds, I would have been fine. Thank you, game. Appreciate that. Comes to my head, chipped teeth. One shabby looking octopus, I tell you. That'll pay me enough for this. But that's all gonna change soon, isn't it, buddy? Ah, Master Ultros. Just the octopus we were looking for. I was hoping that you might enlighten us as to... Gads, who gave you these ghastly bruises? Bruises. I fell down some stairs, that's all. Now get lost. I'm a busy octopus. Ouch. You have my sympathies, good sir. It's a challenge enough to coordinate 4 limbs, let alone 8. Is there someone inside your office? No, whatever gave you that idea. I'm simply fumigating the place. For pests. Pests such as yourself. No, why don't you go... Don't you have a battle to go fight? Inspector, I think something's alive in there. That's just me, talking to myself. Yes. Fun, gah. Guys, yes, gods. Working as receptionist is fun. Battered, bruised, beset by vermin, and still able to find joy and fulfillment in your work. I say, Mr. Ultros, your passion for your chosen profession is truly an inspiration to us all. Lions, if you have come with me for a moment, I fear the stupidity in this air might be contagious. Well, has your investigation borne any fruit? I see. Bella seeks to win a tourney to claim fortune and raise her sister out of poverty. Furthermore, she has implied that she has taken the necessary precautions to ensure that victory is all but certain. While trailing her, I nearly evaded a series of dastardly obstacles, and upon your return, that strange octopus appeared considerably worse for wear. The evidence points to the one direction. That Ulden girl and Althos are plotting together to claim the Mithril Cup and its lucrative prize. It is not as preposterous as it sounds. I have also done my research on the Eight-Legged Friend. It appears that Ultros has become something of a regular at Ulden taverns and houses of pleasure. I suspect that he is using his inside knowledge of the workings of the Colosseum to identify and eliminate potential threats, thereby ensuring victory of Mabelia and earning herself a healthy commission. There's also the matter of the Tempest Blade that is rumored to be the source of Alamegan the girl's strength. This remains a mystery, which means I fear your life is still in danger, Lions. Within guards inform me that several crates of refuse from the Colosseum reception has hastily discarded in Pearl Lane. Bells a go. It is a stab in the dark, but its contents may yet provide answers. I would ask you to bring them to me. Okay, so now we gotta go to the Pearl Lane. Okay, that's not too bad of a walk. Found the thief yet? No, we're working on it. This is like the I believe this is like the last one before we finish up the Hildebrand case. Why does it look... Oh, I thought I misspelled it in the title. We're just about done with it. I think I gotta do the Ultros and, I don't remember the other person's name. Well, let's see what you have found. And what have we here? Oh, yes, a spectacular assortment of innards and entrails. And what's this? A sack, even more foul-smelling than the gore it was laying in. If it can be believed, and look here, something appears to be written on the side. Staincoat Sundries. It seems that the merchant has dealings with that squishy mass of tentacles. Let's pay a visit to the man and have him enlighten us to the exact nature of his partnership. Yeah, I'm just taking my time anyway. I kind of started this just with the idea that I was gonna do the whole story recorded and on stream. So, I appreciate the offer though. Hope you're having a good night. I didn't even know there was a wind-up Lulu. Huh. I have to get that someday. Welcome, welcome. What might a discerning gentleman like yourself be looking for today? Okay, head it over to him real quick. I'm sorry, sir. As I said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. No exchanges, replacements, or refunds. I stand by the quality of my wares, and I expect my customers to do the same. Wait, now, did Ultra send you? I'll be asking the questions here. What exactly did you sell to that ungodly creature? Why, an entire sack full of gold truffles. Can you believe it? What with the impressive price in that, and distinctive aroma. They only for the most discerning of customers, which Master Ultra certainly is, as he's placed another order today. Could these truffles somehow be connected to... No, I shall stop myself before I start sounding like... Inspector Brereton, it wounds me that you would sneak off to conduct your investigation without me. And to steal away lions here, the gentleman is not impressed. Did you find anything, Professor? Good gods, what is that dreadful smell? Miss Ellie, I would have expected a cultured young woman like yourself to be more educated in the Epicurean arts. That is the most distinct and delightful aroma of a gold truffle. An acquired taste, to be sure, but one that has won the hearts of many an olden gourmet. I particularly enjoy them slow roasted, as my dear mother makes them. Roasted, you say? Why, my mouth's watered just thinking about it. Might you be as bold as to ask the recipe? It appears the productive portion of this conversation has come to an end. Besides, the tourney is about to begin. Let's make haste back to the Colosseum. That merchant proved to be a spectacular waste of time which is in short supply. We must return to the Colosseum before the battles begin. Here's the plan, Lions. I shall find a suitable vantage point to observe Miss Avela in combat until I have ascertained the trickery behind her abilities. You're to keep a wide berth of her blade, understood? Okay, let's just go over here. Fast travel with the Gladiator, that should put us right there. And I think this unlocks the next fight. There you are. I was this close to starting a melee without you. I'd be remiss not to tell you that there's been a slight change of plans. Another contestant suffered a last-minute injury, and none other than our very own Ultras has stepped in to take his place. With everyone's favorite octopus joining you two in the fray, spectators just pouring in, and bookmakers across town are raking in the gill. Which ain't a bad thing for us. Word has it that Master Phigris himself is quite taken with my promotion skills. Aye, the future's looking bright for old Dower Meadow it is. What say you? Are you ready to get your asses kicked? Aye, that's what I like to hear. Ladies and gents, it's time for the blades to whirl and limbs to fly. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, plutocrats and paupers, open your eyes and steel your stomachs. The Mithril Cup, brought to you by our very charitable friends at Alameda Sons Mineral Concern. Your concern is our concern. It's about to begin. Fuck, the music in this game is just so good. Who will stand on the heap of maimed bodies and twisted limbs to claim victory? Will it be the tempestuous Avila of Alamigo, Lions the famed warrior light? Or who was that grinning fool again? That's right, Humberbatch, agent of infamy and imbecile extraordinaire. Or will it be our 11th hour entry, Ultros, the 8th-legged purple purveyor of pain? Here I am. Did you miss me? I have to say, we have a battle for the ages here, folks. Combatants, take your positions and let the battles begin. Alright, you know the deal. We team up and wipe out the others. When it comes to just the two of us, I'll take a dive. and you receive your shares of the winning. I have not forgotten our promise. Look at Ava Spade spin. She's a veritable whirlwind of death and destruction over there. They breed him tough in Alamiga, that's for certain. You are next. Here we go, ladies and gents. Once my body gets a whiff of these raw truffles, you'll be sneezing up a storm, literally. Nothing like the rich aroma of roasted truffles. Oh, this fighting is giving Uncle Alti an appetite. Is it time for dinner yet? Wait a minute. Roasted truffles. Braised in a savory sauce, just like Mother used to make them. Feel free to have seconds. There's a whole sack full where that came from. You meddling musclehead. What's taking so damn long? The girl's gaze gives it away. Open the gate at once. What is that monstrosity? Master Typhon, is your stomach I hear rumbling? Can I interest you to roasted truffles, perhaps? What fascinating friends you have, Alti. Why, just look at that charming little nose. Is he perhaps suffering from a case of the sniffles? Could it be a veilous vaulted Tempest Blade? It was a monster all along. The girl played us all for fools. Don't look at me. It was all her idea. I'm just a stupid octopus. You were the one who approached me, you double-dealing fiend. I just wanted to experience the thrill of battle, you know, for all my work and all. Come on, Dower. Has Alti ever lied to you? What did I tell you? I knew there was something fishy about that Alamigan whore. Again, Twitch, please do not hit my channel for words I'm repeating that's in the game. Alamigans. Beggars and brutes, the lot of them. We give them a home in our lands, and this is the things we get. Send it to Gollum for all I care. Just get him out of my sight before I get sick. But I just wanted to... my sister. I fear for the girl, really. My little octopus heart goes out to her. But the rules are rules, right? If Uncle Alti may be so bold. I say we call ourselves a melee and have a final showdown between the 3 remaining combatants. That's me, my buddy Typhon, and Lions here. What do you say, Mr. Warrior of Light? Alright, that's what we want to see. I'll trust. Now, this is the most unprecedented turn of events, but who am I to wish to deny the wishes of such a passionate crowd of martial arts aficionados? The venue, Halatali, the fighters, a tag team of Ultras and Typhon versus the Warrior of Light, will be left standing when the storm is settled. Be there or miss a battle for the ages. So to review, the troubles were to elicit a sneeze from the octopus oversized crony, which would be positioned as to appear as if it was coming from Alameda Girl's blade, allowing the two to sweep away their opponents with ease. No wonder I wasn't able to see it sooner. It's quite possibly the most imbecilic scheme I've encountered in all my years as a consulting inspector. Anyway, we have no choice but to trust in your abilities now, Lions. Let us make for Halatali. This tourney's turning into a right mess. With all the trouble I took preparing the consolation prizes for the melee, it looks like we won't be needing them any after all. Of course, as long as you're bringing the spectators and the profits, I couldn't give a gnat's ass. Now, I know what you're thinking. 2 against 1 ain't fair, especially when one of the 2 is the size of a small house, so here's the deal. Why don't you bring along some of your friends for battle? Let's say 7 of them. That should even the odds, eh? Okay, so now we have the Dragon's Neck. Go ahead and queue up for that real quick. While we're doing that, we might as well... That's main story. We're not going to do main story. We're going to go over to the Ingruda Awakening. So we're going to go to Black Shroud, Redania real quick. I'm not sure why I was trying to go for the God's Quiver when the guy I need to talk to is just over here. Lions of the Signs, we are grateful for your aid. As you already know, the accused Ixal has summoned Garuda once more. Since her return, she has wasted no time in unleashing her fury upon the region. Excessive damage is reported in both the Twelswood and Cothoris. She's She must be stopped and soon, lest our lives will be lost. In the name of the Elder Seedseer, I humbly request you put an end to her reign of terror. In the past, Garuda keeps her count within the Howling Eye, which is perpetually protected by a raging tempest. Fortunately, we learned of an alternate way into her domain. The Ixal have constructed an aetheryte near Danilin, their stronghold in the central highlands of Kothras, that will take you Garuda's tempestuous realm. We owe the discovery to the Ishgardians, who the other Seedseer says desire to repay the kindness you show them for the sake of our people as well as theirs. May your mission be met with success. Nope, don't need to do that, don't need to do where. That is not any of them. We're gonna track that. Oh, yeah, I have to go around here first to go to all of this, and then it'll get me to the 8th right for Garuda. So I might as well just go do that now, while we're waiting for the Dragon's Neck. I gotta answer my I really don't like when people like just randomly message me like that. I understand it might be a little bit rude, but at the same time, I'm okay doing my own thing. It's probably gonna be for some invite for an FC that I'm really not interested in joining in the first place. Okay, so let's see. We're now waiting on that. Let's go jump to my Gladiator real quick. Might as well knock out some more side quests in Camp Drybone. I know that probably sounds a little weird, being antisocial in a massive multiplayer game, but I don't know. Just how I am. Okay, might as well do all these quests in this area. Looking for a bit of work, are we? Well, it just so happens I'm looking for someone to put on some mongrels, 7 of the beasts. The blade things have been nearly overrun the area to the southeast of here. They attack the local livestock, all that moves. You shouldn't show those foul things any mercy. If you come to grief, sir, have you lost someone dear? Oh yes, see, simply another fair adventurer come to our outpost. In that case, I have an adventure for you. What say you make for the plains to the east and carve me up 5 cuts of sirloin from some Tagus nannies. We're tending a wounded man at the end who's close to death. We'd like nothing more than to give him a fine feast of nice, juicy Targus sirloins, so that we might as well be his last meal. But you have the sirloins, take them directly to Sister Zuzuru at the end. Okay, what else we have? I have a lot of quests over there that I'm not going to be able to do right away. There's a couple of them I can. And then Impish Implications. And then it looks like I might just be able... No, I don't think I can because I won't be able to turn it in. That's fine. Let's grab these real quick. At least the ones that I can do. Jeez, these are all 35. Be welcome to the Church of Saint Adama Ladama. I'm Sister Arel. I've gathered you are no pilgrimage. You look to be an adventurer, so might I impose upon you to lend a tend to the Lich-Yard while you are here with us. The graves here are far outnumber we who keep them. Alone we cannot possibly do all that needs to be done. Do you see the gathering up the old offerings currently lying about the outside? I made note of at least 6 during my last rounds to the yard. You've troubled yourself to come this way. I wonder if I might not trouble you a bit further. As you well know, we keep the Lich-Yard here. The scent of death's decay draws blowfly swarms, such as, which are as unclean as they are unwelcome. Slay 5 of these persistent swarms, and the church will be in your debt. Yeah, a little bit, but I got plenty of stuff to do, so it's not the end of the world. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Death begets death, especially in those places where privation is sovereign. A corpse left unburied is as a rich field to Vilken, where they may sow pestilence in water with their miasma. Nowhere is the rule of privation so apparent as in Lost Hope. Man may die upon the roadside there and go unclaimed. For no ties bind these unhappy folk together except a common misfortune. Their homelands are no more. But as long as they live, some hope remains. So we must thwart pestilence ere it begins. Will you deliver this repellent to the Den of Sorrow? Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that one in a bit. I do kind of wish I had White Mage a little higher. Because I'm almost at 50 with that, so I just... If I really need to, I know I could just hop on that and rush the queue. But it's not like I don't have other story that I can do as well. Like, I still have to get to... I'm still working towards Heavensward at the moment. I just have started post-game, so I haven't even gotten to Leviathan. Okay, so what do I need to do? I need to do 2 more offerings, and that should complete these quests. Were you able to gather the old offerings? There you go. Thank you. Would that there were naught else to be done. I must see to collecting the weathered vases, urns, and ewers before long. The dead sleep soundest in a tidy grave. I have no shortage of work to offer, should you care to take it. Speak to me again whenever you so feel compelled. So you wish to honor the dead once more. Excellent. Make offerings of these Nemelia lilies at some of the simpler graves in the Lich-Yard. The poor souls died alone, you see, with no one else to grieve for them. There are 5 of such graves scattered about the Lich-Yard that I would have you attend to. And remember, friend, mind your surroundings and pay proper respect with each bundle of lilies. You are all they have. Thank you, friend. If the swarms were to spread their pestilence at the church unchecked, for long we would need to mourn the mourning. For the time being, at least, the grieving can pray in peace for their dead to cross over safely. God bless you. Okay, this should be another really easy quest. Man, this queue is actually a little bad, isn't it? Like... Okay, so one is over there, and the other one is just over by the church. Pandemonium Savages? I'm actually not sure what that is, if I'm honest. I feel stupid at the moment. Wait, isn't that, that's Endwalker stuff, isn't it? I haven't even touched Endwalker. Yeah, I had a feeling. I don't even have that yet. One day. Oh, crap. Yet those do not stop the many who would be calling to see their dead put to the rest here. There's a few who tend the yard, haven't the time to see the offerings of plenty demanded. The simple graves you visited before belong to those who've died alone. Let us pray the sweet fragrance you delivered grant some modicum of relief from those lowly solitude, even for a short notice. Actually, I'm going to decline that and read that again. I didn't mean to skip. Once more you have my thanks. No doubt the souls of the departed can take some small comfort in the care you have shown their graves. Days gone by, the Litchard was a small, humble plot, but I'll change that to calamity. The dead grew in number, and so the yard grew with them. So simple despite its size, of course. It is that self-same simplicity that keeps it from becoming more of a priority for the Order. We can ill afford to assign adequate numbers to its keeping, just as we cannot change charge the poor to bury or be burned. Wait, I butchered that. Yeah, we read this already. Cool. Thank you. Now you have a quest for me. Yes, you're one of them venturing folks, are you? I'd be much obliged for a little help. I'd like to make a tombstone for my kid's sister what passed, you see. And got the guild to get it done. I hear there's nice rocks for the taking away from here. I ain't old enough to fend up for no wild beasts or such. I was hoping for a bit of cloud marble. She'd really like that. Crops right out of the ground to the east of here, say. You'll find a bit and see it to Brother Esmore, and my sister will be ever so grateful. Yeah, I need to get to that one day. I've only got the Shadowbringer, and was enjoying the hell of that. But I heard Endwalkers even surpasses that. No, I didn't get to those yet. I think I did the first one. I don't want to say I didn't do any of them, but I never finished it. I kind of took a little bit of a break from Final Fantasy XIV and then just never got back to it. And then I decided, you know what? I wanted to start from the beginning again. Have you business here, friend? Cloud marble. To make a tombstone for Honduard's sister? Boy is nothing if not trouble. It was all I could do to convince him not to go looking for the stone on his own, so I suppose it cannot be helped. Losing a loved one is never easy. Thank you for your part in this. I'll see the marble is used in Eldard's wishes. Gods, you venturers are such kind folk. Now all I need is coin for the funeral. I'm not going to stay here at the church for a bit and help out. Wouldn't be right to leave everything up to someone else. It'll mean more to my sis if I did it on my own. Brother Esmore and Sister Ariel are good folk too. They say I don't need no guild to bury my sister here, but I know how it works. I'll take some coin to send it over to Thrall's proper. I think I'm done here. I don't think there's really anything else I can do at the moment. I actually need to go and play the Nier games. I've actually been playing Replicant and not enjoying it, but I haven't played it. I don't think maybe only halfway through the first ending. Because because it got to like a time skip. But I never played didn't play Automata too much. Where am I going? Oh yeah, this is Dying Wish. Dogs go to hell. Got it. Let's go up here and grab Implications. And I think that might do it for now? Maybe? I don't know. Because I'm not sure I'll be able to turn these ones in yet. Where am I going? Oh, right here. I thought miners were hard and rugged souls. I had no idea they could be so craven. You look like someone who could handle himself. Care to kill some pests for a Lalafellan lady? I suppose we could be leading a dig among the ruins east of here for Mithril deposits, but once the miners I hired saw the villainous imps in the area, they all turned tail and fled. Slay some of the bloody bluggers for me, would you? 4 dead imps should keep the others away and put the miners' minds at ease. Alright, that's easy enough. We can do that. You know what? Since we're here, might as well do this too. Alright, that should be it, right? I think we're good there, so... What level are these? 24, so we won't be able to do those quite yet. So what I might do, I turn these in, and maybe I just knock out some levies for a bit. Seriously, this queue is a little ridiculous. God damn. I've not seen it this bad in a while. Come on. No, 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 no. Come on. Please let me get away. There we go. Whew. That was bad. I gotta see if I can actually remember this fight. It has been a while. I know it's like an instant loss if we all get knocked off the Coliseum. Oof. Okay, we should be good, because I think you've just got to make sure he's not facing us. Oh, shit. Oh. I thought you just... Okay, I guess for the first time you had to stand in the middle. And back to being an imp. Fuck. Ah, fuck's sakes. I should have paid more attention to that. That was my fault. Love really not being able to do anything. Just... Okay, so now we stand over here. There we go. Oh, I think I got a wind up Altos from that, didn't I? Did I read that right? Yeah, I did. guess we'll use that. Where would that be? There you are. One can only imagine the time and effort Esther Goldsmith Goldberg put into creation this lifelike recreation of the lecherous purple octopus. Good show, Lions. Your performances earned us front-row seats at the awards ceremony. This should afford us the perfect vantage point to thwart the thief. Let's return to the Coliseum. Alright, and while we're doing that, we're going to go ahead and... don't need to queue up for that anymore, so where are you at? Did I not do that yet? I might need to do that one day. But we need to queue up for the Hard Howling Eye. So go ahead and do that right now. Wait. It should be at the Gladiator Guild, right? Pretty sure. Yeah, it's right here. It was a battle for the ages, but a worthy victory has risen to claim the spoils. Now let's take a look at the relic of a champion has won. Behold, from the personal vaults of Master Phaedrus himself, the Warden's Grace, a timeless treasure the likes of which our realm has never seen, and has earned the attention of yours as most prominent pilferer. Above you. Ladies and gentlemen, inspectors and vertebrates, the opening act dragged on over long, but worry not. The main event is about to begin. I know that you paid well for your seats here today, but I can assure you that my performance will not leave you disappointed. I invite you one and all to sit back and enjoy the show. Fiend, mark my words, you've stolen your last treasure. I swear it on the Mandeville name. Hi, Greg. I think not, Hildegard. Greg, it is always a pleasure to reunite with old friends, but your timing truly leaves something to be desired. Lions, you bested me once, but not today. I shall have my revenge when I pierce your chest with my sphere. Do you not mean your skewer? My spear. Vile thief, is there not a shred of honor in you? Return my weapon at once. It seems we have an unexpected guest. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I fear attendance at today's performance is by invitation only. Now it's raining truffles, but the battle's already... Master Typhon, just a moment. Sure I had a tissue here somewhere. Alas and alack, the ring sails straight into the hands of the fiend. Giving so soon, are we? That doesn't sound like the words of a Manderville man. God fucking damn it, these fucking scenes are always obnoxious. But of course, brilliant father, if the ring won't come to me, I shall go to the ring. Why, it be just like Dalamod. Hildebrand, Helidor, Maximilian, Manderville. Skyward, as only a Manderville can. $997, $998, $990. You just have a Kidu just flying around. I kind of miss it the first time I've seen the scene. These lays, it looks strangely familiar. Put a little too much spin on that one, it seems. Not exactly as planned, but who can argue with the results? Save for one thing. This ring's a fake. But no matter. I have a feeling this will lead me to the true treasure. Until next time, friends. You've been a most attentive audience. The key. Bloody hells. Guard, seize the fiend at once. Yeah, I'll just have to do that later. I'm not going to rewatch all of this. I'm actually probably going to call it here shortly anyway, as soon as I finish this quest line. It's too late, sir. The second prize, the Ring of Inquiry, it's gone. Second prize? What is the meaning of this? Many-faced fiend or no, the man spoke true. Master Goldsmith's eyes cannot be deceived. The Sun Spear is clearly a second-rate replica. Preposterous. It's just the dim lighting. Yes, if you'll just step over here. You've taken ill, friend. You seem to be perspiring most heavily. Let's not be hasty, friends. I can explain. I stilled up my honor, joined forces with that Odorous octopus for a false treasure? What a fool have I been. Whatever was I thinking? Do not berate yourself so, Lady Evila. Why, it was exactly as you said, was it not? You were thinking of dear Hegelina and nothing more. Suppose I was, at that. How do you know my sister's name? I assure you, young miss, under no circumstances did I tail you to the Manoa mines to eavesdrop on your intimately personal dialogue with your beloved sister. You have the right of it. Blinded by the prospect of fortune and fame, I lost sight of myself and what I was truly fighting for. My honor and my sister's trust will not be easily regained. I will not shirk from the challenge. Yeah, imagine if I did that. Oh my god, it's still going. Fuck. If I joined, that would have been terrible. One mystery still remains. Before the thief had identified the ring as fake, he had already acquired the key to the storeroom. Clearly, the second prize, the Ring of Inquiry, was his target from the start, but why? There must be some pattern to the items the fiend has stolen, a pattern that betrays its true intentions. The Treaty Blade, Azima's Virtue, the Ring of Inquiry, all relics from quite a history, or to be more precise, relics from the era of Balhadians. Oh, if that is so, the answer is clear as day. The fiend means to found Eorzea's greatest museum of Baladian history, pushing up the prices and gouging honest men of their hard-earned coin. Doubtless another one of his cards will appear on the scene to tell us just as much. I've enjoyed our little game, but as all good things come to an end, I shall claim the four sacred treasures, and justice shall be served. So this is the thief's final challenge to us. What are these four treasures of which he speaks? Where the four treasures of Baldesion can become one, the wicked shall be judged in the blazing light of sun. An old legend, little more than a fairy tale at that, and yet it seems the Phantom believes there's some truth to these words. Four sacred relics from Balhadia, the Warden's justice, lofty words coming from a glorified footpad. One who's winning over the common folk by the day, if rumors are to be believed. It seems the tales of the master thief ruffling the feathers of the rich and famous have won the man more than a few admirers. Consider the targets thus far: an Uldan collector and her hired thugs, a trading mogul on the brass blades, and now a mining magnate in the stone torches. So you surprised that the sympathies of ordinary Uldans would lie to with the proprietor rather than his victims? Or perpetrator. I astutely observed, Miss Ellie. Our query clearly harbors no small degree of resentment for wealthy and authority. Might his next target be a member of the syndicate? Perhaps the Sultana herself? This will be his downfall. For the greater the challenge, the higher I rise. Just a moment, if you would. Mark my words, ye of many faces. There is but one man who shall lay claim to the four lost relics of Balhadia, and shall be Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, Spectre extraordinaire. Yes, I'm sure that inspires us all with great confidence. Was that? No, it couldn't be. Nick Scobbard might need a new pair of spectacles. Alright, yeah. I'm gonna pick up the next part of this quest line, and I'm probably gonna call it there, because I've been going for 3.5 hours, and I need a little bit of a break. It's a race to recover the 4 lost relics of Balhadia. As the fiend's true identity and aspirations are revealed, will the Orza fall prey to the forces of evil? Or will the heroes do only what a Manderville can? The key to the next case is a mask. Have you ever worn a mask for so long that you forgot what you actually look like? I have. And how they freeze in midair like that. Talk about a mystery. Oh well. See you next time. Best quest line in the game, I swear. Let's see. We'll just go ahead and pick this up. I was wondering when you'd show up, Lions. I've heard you haven't made any plans for the day, because we have a situation on our hands. Remember our good friend, the Phantom Thief? Well, it seems he's decided to branch out from burglary to cold-blooded murder. The rumors are belief he's claimed 3 victims already, all influential members of the Olden Society. Mr. Manyface is kind enough to leave one of his signature calling cards at every scene, leaving no doubt to the identity of the murderer. The message is always the same. The weight of 5 corpses will bring the scales of justice to balance. Or riddles. Not you'll ever hear me complaining. No, the only thing that my readers like more than a good mystery is a good murder mystery. Since the story broke, the myth has been selling like Ponzi cakes. The only rub is it's left me no time to look into the thief's last message until now. That is, shall we, Lions? The hidden treasure of Ul'dah. What is it? If there's anyone who could shed some light on this, it's you-know-who. The Sunsilk Tapestries. Alright. I have to save that for tomorrow. Or whenever I stream next. If anyone's still around, thanks for very much for watching. Appreciate any eyes. And I hope you have a good night.